Hey everyone, I wrote an article about why I'm flagging LinkedIn and Pinnacle Method Consulting's Ghost Job Machine, and I have had a lot of feedback about it. So I am making a video about it because LinkedIn has continued to just blank us and ignore us about this so called company that really isn't a company. So I'm going to make this video to highlight what the red flags of Pinnacle Method Consulting are and how they are violating the terms of service and usage for LinkedIn, and how LinkedIn is just constantly blanking anybody speaking about this topic online. And I've even written to the CEO of LinkedIn about this and shared this article with all of the evidence. And the evidence is indisputable, undeniable that this is occurring. So, to get started, we're going to look at Pinnacle Method Consulting, right, on LinkedIn. You can see they have over 12,000 followers, and even 44, 45 of my own connections have been deceived by them. So I'm going to click on their profile. They say they're an IT services and IT consulting firm and that they have 2 to 10 employees. However, there's only one associated member that's listed as being in Columbus, Ohio. And of course, they've got a blank profile. You can't find out anything about them other than that. So when you go to the About page, here's the second red flag. They say they were founded in 2013. They're an employee engagement monitoring service. Like, it doesn't match, right? And they do target agile and project management professionals. So when you go to click on their website, you would think, hey, any legitimate firm or even a scam firm would try so hard as to have a website. So here we are. I've clicked on their link, and this is what I get: a parked page for GoDaddy.com. Now, if you're a techie and you even want to do a who is search, you will see, if you go through the extra step of doing the who is search, they've paid extra to block their information so you can't see who owns the domain. So it is completely covered up. So another deceptive technique. I mean, they're not even trying. They've just got the domain and got it parked. They don't even have a website. Yet, they have over 187 job openings right now in Scrum and project management and so on, right? And people see these, usually they're easy apply positions. Another red flag is this: they say, we're not a staffing firm or agency. We don't hire for these roles. We systematically source and verify them from premier employers. So they're scraping. Clearly, you can see the use of the M dash. They are using AI. They post all these roles, and then they have all the hashtags in there. And some job postings have it, others don't. I'm going to click on this one to see if it has it. So they do the same header with every job post. Here they write on this one: we prioritize candidates' privacy and champion equal opportunity employment. But yet, the prior red flag, they don't do employment or recruiting, right? Central to our mission is a partnership with companies that share this commitment. We aim to foster a fair, transparent, and secure hiring environment for all. If you encounter any employer not adhering to these principles, never mind us, by the way, please bring it to our attention immediately. Well, how can we? Because you don't even have a working website. You have a parked anonymous domain. So, of course, I reported all of this and all these things to LinkedIn. All right. And I'll scroll down here on my article on Medium that I've posted. I've shared with the head of LinkedIn, okay, with all of these things. You can see I've got screenshots here. Um, so I have reported these jobs and said they are scams, they're data scrapers, whatever. So LinkedIn continually does nothing, says they don't find any violations, but yet there's no way to challenge it. There's literally like LinkedIn's by just complacent with it. They're like, yeah, we're cool with it. And people are just so sick of paying a premium for LinkedIn because of issues exactly like this. And it violates so many core standards and just really ruins the vibe of a professional environment, for social media purposes. So here are the exact TOS violations that Pinnacle Method Consulting is violating, that LinkedIn is just like, yeah, we're cool with this. The violation: Pinnacle Method's own disclaimer admits they do not hire for the roles they post. This makes the apply button inherently misleading. Posting a job that does not exist within your own organization or that you are not officially contracted to fill is a violation of the requirement for accuracy in job postings, further exacerbated by the fact that you have no way to reach out to them or contact them or anything. So the policy reference we're going here is: do not share content that's deceptive or fraudulent. This includes content that is intended to exploit members or gather their personal information under false pretenses, which is exactly what's occurring when you submit a resume for one of these fake jobs by Pinnacle Method Consulting. Another rule that it's breaking is the inauthentic behavior, fake profiles and presence. I've shown you through this video all of the red flags: the park domain with the hidden who is information, the fact that it only has one employee listed in Ohio, but yet that person is anonymous and is not sharing their information, that it's a one mystery person only account, right? Here is how that is violating LinkedIn's policy. We don't allow inauthentic profiles. You may not create a profile for anyone other than yourself or a company that you don't officially represent. There is no register in the state of Ohio or anywhere in the United States for this matter. There is not a legally registered company called Pinnacle Method Consulting. I have looked. I have done the research on this. They are in violation, and LinkedIn needs to remove this company immediately. I don't know how much more recipes but luck with here you want, LinkedIn, but I am literally serving you the legal information that you are refusing to consume yourself based off your own, TOS. So they're scraping and data harvesting, right? So we talk about the policy and reference. Do not develop, support, or use software, devices, scripts, or robots, which we've caught them using AI because of the M dashes, right? So do not use crawlers, browser plugin, add-ons, or any other technology to scrape or otherwise copy profiles and other data from services, which they say right in those postings that they're doing. Spam and repetitive postings: do not use our services to send or post spam. They clearly do that. They spam job posts constantly. Lack of transparency in hiring. Jobs post must be for a specific, currently available, and legitimate posting and must clearly identify the hiring company, which they do not. They do not clearly identify the hiring company. Right in their listings, they say, we don't hire for these. These are just some roles on the internet. They don't identify who that is, and there's no way to contact anybody. So you're going into a black hole with an illegitimate company. So here we go. I wrote a letter to LinkedIn's trust and safety team highlighting all these things, how they operate, all my evidence, and they said somebody would reach out to me about it. Guess what? Not one person has. And it's, you can see the date I submitted this, and wrote the article. No one from LinkedIn's contacted me at all. I've reached out to the CEO of LinkedIn. I'm just getting nothing but crickets chirping. So, Pinnacle Method Consulting is a scam. I have not seen any evidence otherwise, and LinkedIn is letting them violate multiple TOS and is just complacent because they refuse to do anything about it. So, hopefully, by making this video, it'll get the job done, and maybe LinkedIn will finally do something about removing Pinnacle Method Consulting. I wish that beyond just Xing out job postings, when you see these spam jobs, you can just, click on them, or you can take your extra time and send feedback and say, this is a spam post. You can report the job and say it's a spam or a scam or what have you, and they just say, no, we found nothing here. And so you're utterly wasting your time. You can go through and X out everyone. You should be able to block a company as well. And if they can't take it upon themselves to clean their own house and take care of these scam companies, LinkedIn should allow you to block a company. That option should be here, and never see that company in your jobs feed. Never see that company at all on their page. You can block users, but you can't block companies. So I think it's time that we need to get our collective voices together and get LinkedIn to pay attention to this, because it is one of the many things killing this platform and scamming users.